Why not disregard all that? When the bodhisattva has attained this real joy, this relaxation, and this equanimity, the 7 factors of enlightenment are complete. 7. The 8 members of the path. As for the 8 members of the noble path, the first or right view, the 6th or right effort, the 7th or right mindfulness and the 8th or right concentration have already been explained above. Now we must speak of right thought. Second member. Right thought. In the course of right thinking, the bodhisattva who is established in the emptiness and non-existence of dharmas examines the characteristics of right thought. He knows that all thoughts are false conceptions, up to and including those concerning nirvana and the Buddha. Why? The cessation of all kinds of conceptions is called right thought. All types of conceptions come from falsities, errors, and mistakes. This is why they differ. But the characteristics of the conceptions are all non-existent. And the bodhisattva established in this right thinking no longer sees what is correct and what is wrong and bypasses all kinds of thinking. This is right thinking. For him, all types of conceptions are the same and, because they are the same, his mind does not become attached to them. This is what is called the right thinking of the bodhisattva. Third member. Right speech. The bodhisattva knows that all words come from error, falsities, mistakes, imaginings that seize the characteristics. Then the bodhisattva reflects in this way. In speech, the characteristics of speech do not exist and all vocal actions have ceased. Understanding the true nature of words is right speech. Words come from nowhere and, once they have ceased, they go nowhere. The bodhisattva who is practicing right speech, in everything he says, holds to the true nature. Thus the sutras say that, established in right speech, the bodhisattva is able to accomplish pure vocal action. Understanding the true nature of all words, the bodhisattva, whatever he may say, does not fall into unwholesome words. Fourth member. Right action. The bodhisattva knows that all actions are false, erroneous, unreal, having non-activity as nature. Why? Because there is not a single action that possesses definite nature. Question. If all actions are empty, why did the Buddha say that generosity, etc., is a good action, murder, etc., a bad action, and other things, gestures, are neutral actions? Answer. If there is not even one single kind of action, why should there be 3? How is that? When the time of the movement has already been accomplished, there is no motor activity. When the time of the movement has not yet been accomplished, there is no motor activity either. When the time of the movement is present, there is no motor activity either. Question. In the seat of the movement already accomplished there can be neither motor activity nor can there be any motor activity in the seat of the movement not yet accomplished. But in the seat of present movement, there must be movement. Answer. In the seat of present movement there is no movement. Why? Because the seat of present movement does not exist without a motor activity. If the seat of the present movement could exist without a motor activity then it ought to involve movement, but that is not the case. Without a present seat of movement, there is no motor activity and without motor activity there is no seat of present movement. Since this is a case of coexistent conditions, we cannot say that the seat of present movement involves movement. Furthermore, if the seat of present movement had motor activity, there should be a seat of present movement outside of the motor activity, and there should be a motor activity outside of the seat of present movement. Question. If that is so, what would be the error? Answer. There would be 2 motor activities at the same time and, if there were 2 motor activities, there would be 2 agents of movement. Why? Because movement does not exist without an agent of movement. Without agent, the seat of the present movement does not exist and, since there is no seat of the present movement, neither is there any agent of movement. Furthermore, this non-agent itself does not move either and, outside of agent and non-agent, there cannot be a third to move. Question. It is right that the non-agent does not move. But why does the agent not move? Answer. Without motor activity, the agent does not exist, and without agent, motor does not exist. This emptiness of all action is called right action. The bodhisattvas who penetrate into the equality of all actions do not consider bad action as bad and do not consider right action as good. Without activity, they do not perform right actions and they do not commit bad actions. That is true wisdom, that is right action. Moreover, among the dharmas, none is right and none is wrong. The bodhisattvas know actions in accordance with the truth and, knowing in accordance with the truth, they do not undertake anything and do not stop anything. Such wise people always have right actions and never have bad actions. In the bodhisattva this is what is called right action. Fifth member. Right livelihood. All foods, all means of subsistence are right and are not bad. Established in a knowledge free of futile proliferation, the bodhisattva does not choose right livelihood and does not reject wrong livelihood. He does not depend on either the right law or the wrong law, but he remains always in pure knowledge. Penetrating thus into right living, which is equality, he does not see life and does not see non-life. To practice this true wisdom is what is called right livelihood in the bodhisattva. The bodhisattva mahasattva who conceives the 37 auxiliaries of enlightenment in this way surpasses the levels of the Sravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas. Penetrates into the state of bodhisattva and gradually realizes the knowledge of things in all their aspects. End chapter 31.